Somebody once told me that Obi...
If there was one word to perfectly describe the Pippins, well, it would actually be two, but it would be little fuckers. If you've been excessively on the internet like me, you know that one of the internet's biggest hyperfixations is just that, whether for the better or the worse. I've seen so many fan works with these guys it isn't even funny. So you may be wondering where all this madness came from in the first place, if these guys are overrated. And you may be surprised to learn that their history goes way back. For context, in Chapter 1, if you didn't defeat any enemies violently before defeating Spade King, a few Pippins appeared in the crowd that overthrow King and haul his ass to jail. That's it. Not even a line of dialogue or even a mention. They were supposed to be enemies in this chapter, but were scrapped due to having attack patterns that were, as Toby Fox put it, unfun.
I made them have patterns and everything. But the patterns were not fun. So I put them in the trash.
Man, imagine having attack patterns so ass that you're seen for one cutscene and then disappear into thin air, and are never seen again. That is until Chapter 2, where a single Pippin can be found in the party dojo and has a line of dialogue that says,
"Looks like fighting wasn't in the cards for us. Lucky for you. Just hope you don't meet my friends."
You fucking lying cunt piece of shit, bitch. The fact that if you recruit Wire, the Pippin just gets gastered for the second time is hilarious, though. A bit off topic, but speaking of cards, one of the weirdest topics in the community for a while was their head shape. Like their heads look like a diamond. There's no arguing against that. Even during the pre-Chapter 3 and 4 era, some people thought they represented the pseudo-diamonds like Rudens. But luckily their name could be found in the game files during that time though. Pippins. Dots on dice are called pips, hence their name. Even to this day, I still see some people mistake them for diamonds or not connect the lines of what their head shape is supposed to represent, which is actually this. So I've seen a few interpretations of how Pippin's heads will look in the third dimension. Like this, or sometimes like this. I'm not to judge, let every man roll with their stylistic choice. You know, that begs the question, is Hometown just full of the same types of white D6 dice with red 1 pips, or are Darkness just the same exact clone no matter what, as long as you qualify as that object? Let me know what you think in the comments. So after them being scrapped from Chapter 1, having 2 lines of dialogue in Chapter 2, guess what Toby Fox does? He has the absolute balls to make them the most relevant enemy in the entire game. And these guys are literally everywhere in Chapter 3. You turn your head anywhere and oh look, there's a Zapper or Shadow guy. Wrong, it's probably a goddamn Pippin. Even Tina of all people hates these guys. Man, are the Pippins lucky that they fit in with the entertainment theme of TV World. Seeing the first Pippin in Chapter 3 was a straight up jump scare. Like, aren't you guys supposed to be scrapped forever? Toby, you were playing with fire and dice with this choice. Like and subscribe if you thought that was funny. Also the same if you thought it wasn't. These guys are always gambling, scamming, or cheating. Well, most of the time. The relationship with the Pippin and Zapper in the Hall of Fame is honestly so heart-wrenching. Pippin's working alongside the Shadow Guys to help repair Tina shows that they can show some kindness and not be total jackasses. So they definitely have their moments. Except for Hater Pippins, what the fuck is his problem? They come back as enemies starting from board 2, and honestly, they still aren't that good unfortunately. Remember what I said about the Pippins being scrapped in Chapter 1 due to their bullet patterns being unfun? Well, now I can see why they were scrapped in the first place. Their bullet patterns are kinda fun, but they're overall really random and inconsistent, which makes sense because they're dice before a bullet hell that's not really a good thing. To wrap up, let me end with a question. Are Pippin's popularity deserved? I'm not sure what you think, but I'd say yes. You gotta hand it to them. They gotta have one of the biggest comeback stories of all time, honestly. For being scrapped in their own chapter to being one of, if not the most recognizable and iconic enemies and NPCs in Deltarune. So there you have it. Little fuckers of Deltarune. My scripts still suck. I'm fucking gay for bad at. And I've kind of warmed up to the Pippins due to making this video. Maybe from now on I'll put my best foot forward. I'm just joking. Pippins actually like gacha games of all things, so you know what that means.